Okay, Taurus, this is going to be your Patreon reading, part 2, Love, January 22. A lot of 2s on the board. I just get the overall sense that, you have an open door, you're maybe scrolling on dating apps, you're not completely married to the past, nor completely shutting the door. You're being encouraged to shoot for the moon, shoot for the stars. Okay, the moon is also your kind of emotional comforts. So there's no, coincidence that we're referencing the moon, right? The moon with the Eight of Cups here. This is fourth house, emotional stability and equilibrium. Again, emphasis on being on your own 2 feet with the Nine of Cups here. This is the number 9 of independence. 8 is expansion and abundance because you have that solid foundation. Okay. We have the 9 of Swords here in reverse. This is telling you not to worry. Again, a number 9 of independence. Think as outside of the box as you possibly can. A number 9 of Wands, a number 9 of action. Suiting yourself to actions and efforts that only serve you. Now, when I say that, it could be that what you love to do is in the scape or realm of, serving others. Then do that if that's what fills you up. It's a win-win situation. 10 of Wands was you may have been associated or you may still be associated with this burdensome situation. So that's how you know. Okay, there's a, if it's something that you love, then it's not work. If you know that, or if you believe in whatever it is that you're pushing forward with, then it's going to be worth your effort. These cancel out to the Ace of Wands in the upright. This is new action, new effort. Having this kind of independent, outside of the box mindset, coming out of association with others. Again, from the part 1 reading, this points to the 2 of Pentacles in the upright, which is finding your own balance, your own equilibrium, your own stability. Obviously, I always encourage presence and being present in the here and now. This is where you're most empowered. Don't fall into the kind of illusions of the emotional landscapes in your mind, the projections, because again, this is from, the survivalists, huddle around the campfire, huddle around that which is emotionally comforting, okay, for survival purposes, but we're beyond survival. We're moving into thrival mode. Okay, the King of Wands in reverse points to the Queen of Wands, which is sitting in the director's seat, the director's chair of life, and calling the shots and driving and being attuned to the spiritual path while you do so. And the Queen of Wands has this kind of fiery energy to her, so much so that she's not this sad kind of, woe is me with the Eight of Cups here. She is more of this kind of sassy, here's, me introducing you, showing you my mansion, here's my trophy case. Like, that's what the energy is that you're channeling. These are all my successes. These are all my fancies. Look at me, I'm a baddie, because you're a baddie. And so when you look to the past, or when you dwell or you mourn, then you're doing yourself a disservice. No matter how on the wrong side of the equation the other party is, or the other person, and no matter how right you think you are, none of that matters. All that matters is you. You being a baddie, you being a good person, but you also being a baddie. What else can I say? Yeah, and just kind of continuing to shoot for that. Like, imagine that, fancy that, Taurus. You're showing your loved ones and your friends and the family your trophy room, okay? And you are able to do that. Remember, we talked about Jupiter, ruling planet to the Sagittarius sign here, moving into Pisces after the 28th of December, I believe. So, that to me is expanding and aligning with your abundance in the realm of Pisces, which is dreams, fantasies, bringing heaven on earth, essentially, 10 of Cup energy. Now, obviously, every energy has a negative, side of the spectrum, but when you're truly aligned and in tune to yourself, your heart, morality, ethics, being a good person, then that's what real kind of heaven on earth is. A lot of it is the evaluation of self, first and foremost, okay? Not necessarily just the external, accolades or items of affection, but the internal gratitude and the internal peace and the internal, clarity that you have here is what's being emphasized with love too, because you're seeing people's true colors, family and friends, and you're able to kind of list and categorize and define why you don't like this person or what rubs you the wrong way about this person. You're able to see from a mile away, oh my God, I have love for this person, but I know that this is not healthy for me, that this is a toxic thing for me. I love this person to death. I maybe gave this person my heart and all my love, but they don't honor me, and so I have to honor me. And it could be that you're not used to doing that, but that's how you walk away and do what you got to do. Okay. But again, there's a negative kind of victimization tactic that some people do. I'm in a situation myself where people kind of victimize themselves. So there's a way to walk away when something is toxic versus running away from something that you're not truly facing. Okay. It could be that you don't have the tools right now to articulate, in which case you may want to return and readdress. But for the most part, I always advise, dealing with your problems, analyzing them, self-analyzing, and seeing whether am I walking away or am I running away and not facing something. Okay. Now, I feel as though you're going to have a lot of success in whatever it is that you're working on outside of love. The Queen of Wands here is jealousy, greed, envy. I think you're going to have some green eyes coming your way. This is looking on the other side of the fence. There's been a lot of kind of references that I've been coming across too, especially like on TikTok and such, where people are saying, oh, there goes my ex, they're becoming a rock star, they're following and chasing their dreams, and those are the people that let good people go. Typically the traditional narrative is for kind of narcissistic and selfish reasons, the people that are now seeing their exes blossom into stardom. And there's a healthy way to leave relationships, but again, then the narrative of the kind of like narcissist cutting cords with someone, and then seeing them bloom is such that there's this kind of trend on TikTok where now exes are seeing their kind of people that they hurt badly and let go and broke their heart, seeing them bloom and blossom. So this might be something that you're experiencing as well, Taurus. So let's see. World card in reverse. This is an incomplete lesson or an incomplete cycle. Okay, or the failure to graduate or move on. Okay. Now with that Nine of Swords, again, there's a negative aspect to everything. The Nine of Swords in reverse is coming out again here. This came out primarily as an encouraging sign to not overanalyze, not overthink. But again, are you doing that to the extent of 4 and the 5 of Swords here, adding up to the 9? Are you doing that to the extent of avoidance and victimizing? Because some people do that, and Tauruses are famous for doing that as well, shutting the door, locking the key, and throwing away the key. Okay, locking the lock and throwing away the key. So you don't want to, it's not a healthy way to go about life either, Taurus. You want to be kind of mindful of that as well. So let's get some more energies for through the lens of the second house in general. Sometimes we get caught up in the weeds. So I like to refresh and look at love through the eyes of the second house, which is more so daily income, operations, day in, day out, doing what you love, manifesting material wealth, creature comforts, things that beautify your home and your life. It could be the beautification of self. But again, in this spiritually aligned and inclined way. Okay, so this is manifestation on fleek here. This is the Magician card in the upright, and this is the Ten of Cups in the upright. Through the lens, and again, in the kind of healthiest way of interpretation here, if we're looking at the second house of generating value, what you do for work, material assets, things that you love. If you're a musician and you love your guitar, or if you love the ability to look at that. Did you guys just see that? You guys are killing it. You had the Ten of Cups and the Magician card here. Okay? You are manifesting and creating this kind of utopia here. You got the hot hand. Whatever you touch is turning to gold. This is that Pisces energy, that high watermark bringing heaven to earth that we were talking about. This is Pisces energy. Remember, we said Jupiter's moving into Pisces the 28th of December. So this is a January reading. So by the time this resonates, this you're going to be seeing this. You're going to be in a much more comfortable position with the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. This is financial stability. This is where the kind of rubber meets the road. I'm so happy that this card came out, because this is the intersection. This is the intersectionality between material wealth and spiritual abundance, because the Queen of Wands is famously known for her giving, nurturing, caring, warm, heartfelt nature. Excuse me, the Queen of Pentacles, if I said the Queen of Wands. But channeling the Queen of Pentacles now, where your actions, remember we spoke to the Queen of Wands earlier, are now starting to concretely manifest. Okay, the Wands to the Pentacles is the journey of the tarot from fire. Excuse me, let me put this on pause. I'm getting an incoming reading. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so it was getting very good and very interesting. So we are seeing the progression from, and this is more so on the feminine side, not to dissuade the masculine side, but because we all have feminine and masculine within us, but primarily the feminine is being spoken to right now, even within the males. You're seeing this movement from the Queen of Wands, which is in the driver's seat, in the director's chair of your life. And you're excited because you get to wake up each and every morning with the freedom of, I get to cultivate exactly what I want. And if you're not there, then start aligning yourself to that. If that means cutting off friends, family, jobs, get in alignment with what you love to do, because that's the only thing that's real. The Queen of Pentacles is in the upright here. So you're moving from the Queen of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles. This is where the intersectionality of materialisms meets spirituality, because again, like I said before, the Queen of Pentacles is very warm, giving, caring, and nurturing. And you are manifesting this abundance so as to give. It could be that could be your love language, giving, a very nurturing, kind, giving nature here. And so the mere fact that this Ten of Cups in the upright was showing here with this Magician's card here. I wanted to say Ace, but I'm getting very kind of Ace-like energies, which is new beginnings, new creations, new manifestations, mastery. From the Wand to the Pentacle here, because again, the Magician has all the tools of the trade. The Wands, the Swords, the Pentacles, and the Chalices. So the fact that the Magician is here says yes, indeed. It's a double confirmation, which is why we do tarot, because it's putting that stamp and saying yes. It's putting that wax sealed stamp and saying yes, you are here, you're on the right path. Queen of Pentacles, you're not only manifesting this abundance and this high watermark, but you're manifesting this emotional heaven on earth here. So you are indeed attracting that significant other that is going to cherish and value what it is that you give and what you have to offer. And you guys said it, you guys saw it here first. I had the 10 of Cups here, and then the cards wanted to flop out, and then guess what came out? The other 10 of Cups. There's 2 10s of Cups in this deck. So you just literally witnessed some magic and a miracle here. Because you got both 10 of Cups here of the deck. 10s of Cup of the deck. 10s of Cups. So that's just beyond belief for me, which is amazing. I do think that it's this kind of like, directed, kind of self-aware, purposeful action with this Magician energy that I got with the Queen of Wands, and then now it's moving to the Queen of Pentacles. And again, we were looking at through the lens of day in, day out work and manifestation, materialism. And even when I was doing the reading, I was like, why is this so kind of devoid and empty? Well, because the reason why you're manifesting that materialism, again, we're looking at the lens to see love. And what's love and materialism but providing for others and giving of yourself? Yes, that's self-love as well. Making sure you have a warm bed, a hot shower, cup of tea, all these beautiful material creature comforts are self-love investments into yourself primarily, which lead to heaven on earth. They say that heaven is people feeding each other, and hell is we all have everything, but we're not able to feed ourselves. So, things like that. So this is a perfect metaphor for, this beautiful journey that I'm seeing here, Taurus. Now, don't get me wrong, there are karmic variations of this where people manifest this materialism and they find that there's no substance to it. So I think that's why I was getting a little bit of a roadblock there, is because it's almost as if you have to go through the kind of emptiness or the, what's the worth of having all of this material abundance if you aren't sharing it with friends, family, and loved ones? So you want to make sure that you're cultivating that on your journey from that Queen of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles, which I think you're, if you haven't already done, you are doing or becoming aware now since this reading. That was fascinating and amazing. That's never happened before, where I'm literally holding, it's good enough, 1 10 of Cups would have been enough, and I was just like this, and then boom, you saw the cards explode out with the Queen of Pentacles, which is just putting the fucking nail on the head right there, hitting the nail on the head there, because she represents the intersectionality of that kind of Taurus materialism, manifesting wealth, and that emotional aspect here. You see that bending river back there, or excuse me, here on the foreground, and then there's a bending river back here too. In the background, it's kind of lost in the lace of her dress, but it's there. It's there for a reason. And likewise, you see the rainbows here. You see the bending path. Same iconography here. Beautiful little cottage in the woods, tatted up. It says love on the tattoo on her knuckles. So, I don't know, to me it just seems like a happy fairy tale, and I'm just so happy for you, Taurus, or whoever's looking again at this through the second house lens. I can't say it enough. It's just, I learned something with this reading. The intersectionality of the warmth of the Queen of Pentacles, which represents Sagittarius and Capricorn season, which Capricorn season, begins the 22nd of December to the 20th of January. So again, this is a January reading. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're manifesting this material wealth and abundance for the sake and through the eyes of love. It's very wonderful. It's kind of like dawning on me too. Very amazing. And again, those 10 of Cups, that was Pisces energy. Jupiter moving into Pisces. Very amazing. I hope you guys get to see this reading. I hope you guys subscribe to the Patreon and must watch. Okay, love you guys. Reach out for a one-on-one. And man, if you ever question the tarot or astrology, it's time to start rethinking. I don't think you are if you're subscribed here, but all those that do. Okay, love you guys. Holla for more. Peace.